Take down the next numerical. A 300 kVA, 11,000 by 440 volt delta by star connected 50 Hz core type transformer has the following data. Center to center distance between core is 36 cm. Height of window 44 cm. Height of yoke 17 cm. Total weight of magnetic frame 700 kg. Average specific loss is equal to 2.1 watts per kg. Outside diameter of HV coil 35 cm. Resistance of LV coil per phase is equal to 0.0047 ohms. Resistance of HV coil per phase is equal to 9.74 ohms. In this numerical, he has not given you the total losses directly. So we have to calculate all that thing. That is the reason he has given you resistance value of LV and HV coil. So it's very important to understand what is the value of R1 and R2. Let us see while writing the given things. Continue the numerical. Calculate number 1. Dimensions of the tank with clearance along length 8 cm, along width 10 cm, along height 45 cm. Second point, temperature rise with plain tank. Third point, number of cooling tubes to be restricted, temperature rise to 35 degrees Celsius. Write down the given things. Rating kVA is equal to 300, V1 11,000, V2 440. 11,000 by 440, it indicates primary is HV and secondary is LV. So it means the value of resistance, that is HV value of resistance, is nothing but R1 is equal to 9.74 ohms and resistance of LV coil R2 is equal to 0.0047 ohms. Then next, distance between center limbs capital T is equal to 36 cm. Height of window 44 cm. Height of yoke 17 cm. And diameter of HV winding is 35 cm. And clearance along height 45 cm. Breadth 10 cm, width 8 cm. Also it is given the weight of magnetic frame as 700 kg and weight loss per kg is 2.1 watts. So if you multiply, you are going to get the total constant loss Pi is equal to 1470 watts. As usual, first find out or calculate the tank dimensions. HT is equal to 78 plus 45. So therefore total transformer height is 1.23 meters. And next, width of transformer tank WT is equal to WTR plus delta W. WTR value is not given, but we can calculate it as 2D plus DOHV. Since it's a 3-phase transformer, I am writing 2D plus DOHV plus delta W. When you calculate, the width of transformer tank is 115 centimeter, which is nothing but 1.15 meter. Similarly, the breadth of transformer tank is BTR plus delta B. BTR is not given, but BTR is equal to DOHV. Therefore, BT is equal to 45 centimeter or 0.45 meter. Next step, we are supposed to calculate the temperature rise theta R. We know that the total loss by a plain tank W is equal to 12.5 St theta R. In this one, we don't know the total loss W, and also we don't know St, we don't know theta R also. First, let us calculate the total loss. We know that total loss W is equal to iron loss plus copper loss. Iron loss is already given, that is 700 into 2.1, which is nothing but 1470 watts. Next, let us calculate the total copper loss. Therefore, copper loss is equal to primary copper loss plus secondary copper loss. First calculate the primary copper loss. Primary copper loss is equal to 3I1 square into R1. In this one, R1 value is given, I1 we don't know. Let us calculate I1. Therefore, I1 is equal to kVA into 1000 divided by 3 V1 per phase. Remember, it's a 3-phase transformer, so you have to take all the values in phase. Since it's a delta connected in the primary, need not to divide root 3 in the voltage side. Therefore, the primary current I1 is equal to 9.01 amperes. Substitute the values. The primary copper loss is 2420 watts. Similarly, calculate the secondary copper loss, that is secondary PU is equal to 3I2 square R2 square. 3I2 square into R2. R2 is given, I2 we don't know. Calculate I2. I2 is equal to kVA into 1000 divided by 3V2 per phase. Therefore, I2 is equal to 300 into 1000 divided by 3 into 440 divided by root 3. Because secondary side it's a star connected, so I am dividing by root 3. The total secondary current I2 is equal to 394 amperes. Hence, secondary copper loss is equal to 2188 watts. Therefore, the total losses is equal to W is equal to 1470 plus 2420 plus 2188, that is 6078 watts. After calculating the total loss, let us calculate the surface area of tank ST. ST is equal to 2HT into the bracket WT plus BT. Substitute the values and calculate. ST is equal to 3.936 meter square. Using the equation W is equal to 12.5 ST theta R, you can calculate theta R by substituting the values and evaluating. You'll get theta R is equal to 123.53 degrees Celsius. So this theta R is nothing but the temperature rise in a plain tank. Next, we are supposed to calculate the total number of cooling tubes required to restrict temperature rise to 35 degrees Celsius. The formula is total loss W is equal to 12.5 ST theta plus 8.8 AT theta. If nothing is mentioned in percentage improvement in convection, then by default you can take it as 8.8 AT theta. From the above relation, you can calculate AT value, that is the total area of cooling tubes. AT is equal to total loss minus 12.5 ST theta divided by 8.8 theta. Therefore, the total area of cooling tubes is AT is equal to 14.14 meter square. After that, you have to calculate the area of one cooling tube. AT1 is equal to pi dt into LT. If dt and LT value are not given, by default you have to take dt is equal to 5 cm and LT is equal to 90% of height of tank. Therefore, AT1 is equal to 0.138 meter square. The number of cooling tubes N is equal to AT by AT1. Make a correction here. The total number of cooling tubes required are 81.35, which is nothing but 82 cooling tubes. It should not be an odd number. Let us take even number, 82 cooling tubes. Next, arrangement and schematic of cooling tubes. So for arrangement and schematic of cooling tubes, first you have to calculate the number of cooling tubes along width and number of cooling tubes along breadth. The spacing between tubes is 7.5 cm by default. The number of cooling tubes along width can be calculated as width of tank divided by 7.5, which is nothing but 15.3. Take it as 15. By mistakenly I have written here 16. Take it as 15. Next, number of tubes along breadth is calculated as breadth of tank divided by 7.5, which is nothing but 6. So it means that the number of cooling tubes to be placed along width are 15 and along breadth are 6. As mentioned earlier, for schematic and arrangement of cooling tubes, first you have to draw the plan of transformer. as shown in figure. So along the width I'm going to place 15 cooling tubes starting from 1 to 15, and next along breadth 16 to 21, totally 5 cooling tubes, and then next 22 to 36 along the length, and along the breadth again 37 to 42, that is 6. We know that the total number of cooling tubes required are 82, but how many we have used? 42. So remaining are 40. So remaining 40 cooling tubes are to be arranged along the transformer tank. We know that 40 is lesser than 42. So what we have to do? We have to divide 40 into 2 equal parts. That is 20 and 20. Again divide 20 into 2 parts and make it sure along the width here you can place maximum 15 cooling tubes. So I am writing 15 here, and along the breadth you can place 6 cooling tubes in maximum. So I am writing it as 5. Next, so it is clear that along length now you have to place 15 CT, and along breadth you have to place 5 CT. Go back to figure. So in second row arrangement, again I am starting with the width. We have stopped at 42, so let us continue at 43. So starting from 43 cooling tube, I am going to place up to 57. Next 58 to 62, that is only 5. Then next 63 to 77, that is 15 cooling tubes. Then 78 to 82, that is 5 cooling tubes. So this is how the schematic completes. Thank you.